So a couple days pass, and just I'm still just in disbelief that my father, that I have accumulated so many bonds with, is in this hospital fighting. So, but he's not fighting alone. That's the thing. He wasn't fighting alone. He was fighting with family, and I thank the Terry family for being by his side at that time, because much props to Uncle Gil, Uncle Noonie, every Terry that supported the cause, Tiffany Terry, every Terry that was up there supporting him, and that's what I believe gave him strength. And I would call the nurses. I would call the nurses, and they would tell me, they would literally tell me that it's a 50-50 chance it doesn't look good. They would tell me things, but deep down inside, I knew he was gonna be all right. And it got to the point where I did call the nurse, and she told me that he will have to be on a life tube for the rest of his life. He wouldn't be able to talk. He wouldn't be able to feed himself, and at that point, man, I lost it, man. Actually, because I haven't seen my dad since he had the thing around his face, the tube down his neck. So I couldn't believe it. I'm like, there's no way. And the nurse said that he's able to blink his eyes, but he's not able to move. And at that point, I'm like, no, no, I'm driving up there. I immediately stopped what I was doing. I didn't care what I had on. It didn't matter. Most of the time, my dad didn't care what he wore anyway. He was very eccentric. He was gonna do what he had to do, and that's what I did, man. I did what I had to do. So I rushed in my car. I rushed in my car and drove up there, man. I drove, man. The traffic. It was a good thing there wasn't no traffic. I was able to get up there at a decent time. And as soon as I walk in, I see my Aunt Kayla. I'll never forget it. It was July 11th. I see my Aunt Kayla, and as soon as I walk in, I see her, just showing that support, man. Sitting down, reading to him Bible verses, laughing, joking with him. The type of stuff he needs, the type of love he needs, because my dad has a sense of humor. Even through his, toughest times, he will have a sense of humor. And, she's sitting there reading to him, laughing with him, joking with him, reminiscing on the past. And I walk in, and believe me, man, my dad couldn't believe it. This is the first time he ever seen me, like since he had the tube down his neck. Essentially, when he had the tube down his neck, he couldn't understand. He couldn't see anything. He was knocked out cold, but he was able, as the nurse said, he was able to blink his eyes, and that was good enough for me to come down there. And believe me, man, when he seen his son walk in the door, man, he knew exactly who I was, and believe me, I seen a tear go down Jackie Terry Sr.'s face, a tear of hope, and that strength from your son, that strength from your father, that strength from your kid will bring you all types of hope. Because when he seen his offspring come in there and tell him he was gonna be all right, it's gonna be okay, and his sister, not only his offspring, but his sister by his side, telling him it was going to be okay. He knew he was coming back. We all knew Jack was back. And as the nurse walked in again, she couldn't believe it. Her exact words were, "You really surprised everybody today, Jack. You wasn't showing any signs. But here on this day, July 11th, he showed signs of movement. He shows signs of improvement." So anything's possible through the power of God and prayer. Because on that day, oh, Jack proved the doctors all wrong and came back and proved that anything is possible with good family support. So, Man, it was a really magical moment that we will all cherish. It was a magical moment that we will all cherish. So on that drive home, man, I felt good, man. I looked into the sky when I was driving, and I had a smile on my face. I had a smile on my face because I knew my dad was back, and I knew he was fighting. And I actually knew how strong he was mentally to overcome this. See, sometimes it's not all about being strong mentally. You see me lifting these 405 and doing all this heavy weight, but half of that is mental as well. You got to be strong mentally. You got to be strong to be able to handle anything in life. Whatever life throws at you, you got to be able to handle it mentally as well. And if you are good in mind, body, and spirit, then you will go far. You will go far. So I'm driving back, man, and I just see this glimpse of hope in the sky. It was like a road. I was driving down a road of nothing but hope and smiles. The sadness quickly went away, and I seen hope, and I seen fight, and I seen fight with it in his eyes, and I knew that with good family and me by his side every day, me coming to that hospital every day, I don't care how far it is, I don't care, but me being there every other day and his family there, we can't lose. With family support, prayer, and good strength by Jack's side, we will definitely win.